Hello, crafty friends. We're here tonight on BetterPress Babes. Melanie's with me tonight.
Oh, so are you excited tonight
I
to
am.
all to new?
Mm-hmm. We have
Yes.
a special deal in the description. So if you're interested, you can check that out right away. Otherwise, we're gonna wait for a few more people to roll in before we kind of go over the promo. But I see that Jana's here already, so you can say hi in the
Let us know who is
in the
here.
chat.
Hear from you. See where you're watching from.
Mm-hmm.
And you have been busy girl lately, huh?
Oh yeah.
Just a little. Just a little.
Yes. I'm a little bit like, well, right now because we just had some technical issues, but we're all good.
Hey, Sharon, British
Perfect.
Columbia. Hey, Betty. So glad you came.
It's so nice to see familiar names in the chat. It's always fun.
Yes, you've been waiting, girl, Jana. You've been waiting. We saw you stalking our chat comments. We saw you.
She says, I've been ready.
Yep. We appreciate you being here early and waiting. That's always
Melanie and I both did a lot of promos for Alta New in the last month or two, so we have lots of fun goodies to play with tonight.
Yes, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Having just some new, just playing around and coming up with new ideas of products, because I've been trying to think outside the box, and I know you've been practicing more with the products. And I know you've been really enjoying the new stuff and just getting to play with something different.
Yeah, it's nice.
Fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alexis.
Hi, Kathy's here too.
Yeah, Kathy. Hey, Kathy. I answered you back, by the way, Kathy. Wanted to let you know I did answer you.
Perfect. So tonight we're working with Alta New products. They have a special deal for us tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. So if you are feeling like going shopping, we can save you some Del Rey Me.
Actually,
$10
more than last time. Yes. Yes, they bettered the deal.
So yeah, the babes took advantage of it last time. So Alta New's coming through again, which is wonderful. So if you're interested, here is the details. I'm reading it right from the description. So if you miss anything, you can check it out there. Or if you misunderstand anything, you can always reread it. But it is a code, which is ALTEBPB01, which I would copy and paste if I were you. Or there is a direct link that has that coupon applied. Alta New is like top notch with their sales and marketing. So they like have everything all lined up for us. But it is $10 off orders of $99 from the press plate and hot foil plate collection. And so that code you can either enter at checkout, which I have it down in the description, or you can just use that link and it will link you there. And then I have the products that I'm going to use tonight linked down below. So if you're interested, you can check that out. And I also have a link for Melanie's channel because you're that way.
Thank you,
Miss Melanie.
I have quite a few Alta New videos over there for your inspiration.
Yes, I love them. It's so fun. I always feel like we're crafting together, but it's a different time.
We will be crafting together soon.
Yes, in less than a month
now.
I'm so excited.
I know. Randy is counting it down, though he does want to know if your husband bowls.
I'm sure he does. He doesn't bowl like often.
He's like, well, they go bowling with me when you guys are crafting. I was like, I don't know.
For sure. Andrew's up for anything, for sure.
Okay, I'll tell him.
I wouldn't mind going bowling. That sounds fun. Oh, okay. So just if you're brand new, this is BetterPress Babes Night Out. We alternate channels. So this month it's on my channel. Next month it will be on Melanie's here this way. Melanie's channel. Last month it was on Melanie's channel. This is our 17th month of doing this, which is
can you believe
mind blowing? No, I actually looked at it and I went 17. Since when?
Can you believe all that malfunction we had at the beginning?
Oh,
it's gotten easier.
Honestly, Altenew took a chance on us. I'm pretty sure Altenew was our first month, and the tech issues were horrible on my part the first month.
Chance again.
Growing. Yeah.
Growing.
Yes. I mean, we're thankful for all of our sponsors, but tonight it's all about Altenew.
Yeah. Give them the kudos, guys.
Yeah. Regany Anna says hi. Hello.
Is he?
Perfect. Okay, well,
you're here.
Shall we jump into some of the making? We're going to probably bring back that little spiel about the code just in case people join in later. I know it's Friday night. It's kind of getting nice out. Spring has sprung. I don't know. Today it's like rainy and dreary here, but
it can't make up its mind. Some places it's hot, other places it's raining. It can't make up its mind.
Yeah. Oh no. Monday it was 92 driving home from work, and today going in it was like 36 degrees. So
really? That cold?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we had a storm come in yesterday, and all the cold air's here. So it's never boring here in the Midwest.
Okay, so we're going down?
We're going hands down.
All right.
All right, here we go. Why don't you chat about what you're working on since you have such a lovely, smooth transition?
I know. My not so crafty Zach cooked me up with some buttons. So I just like push a button and bam. So this is a card I made last night. These are the two product sets I'm decided to dig out of my stash and work with. I've worked with both of them before, but this one here I've never done on screen. And if you saw my little reel that I put up there, I showed you that teaser last night, and you can see how shiny and pretty it all turned out.
Gorgeous.
So I'm doing this in a different way tonight, but we're going to do the butterfly the same way, and then we're going to stencil this. I actually used the artist markers and colored this last night just because I had some extra free time on my hand, and I just thought it was pretty. And the way I decided, this is not a color combo I would ever normally use, but I wanted something to go with the butterfly, and so I grabbed my artist markers and I looked for something with orange in it, and this one had some orange, so I just went super easy. I just went with the colors in the box.
Perfect.
And I did the blue is the flower and the greens were going to be the leaves, and bam, Altenew did the work for me. So yeah, even though this is stenciled, and we're going to stencil that tonight, and I'll show you the inks I used, it was practically picked out for me.
Aww.
So I'm going to choose a different color combo that I actually got off of Pinterest last night for tonight's flowers, so it looks a little different, but we're still going to do shininess all together, and we'll do the monarch the same way, so you can see how to do that yourself. And one reason I chose these products to work with is because I know everybody has a different budget, and even though the promotion, did you tell them what the promotion actually was to get the $10?
Yes, so it's spending $99 and then you get $10 off.
Yep, but it's $99 in press and foil.
Yes, press and foil. Okay. Mm-hmm. And all of that's in the description, so if you need to look over that.
Okay, but the reason I chose this is because I know everybody has a budget, and everybody's budgets are different. And I know you guys are so good about supporting us, but some people may look at that $100 and might not be able to do that. And so to support Justine, I wanted to give options. So this bundle, and I hope this is okay, Justine, that I'm pointing this out.
Oh, sure.
I want to support you as much as I can. And this bundle here, I think is a great value for money. This is $24.99. And you can add this to anything. Any project you make, you can add this to. So if that $100 scares you, but I think it's an amazing deal because $10 is a great offering from Altenew. And
right.
Bundle and this bundle together is about that $100 price point. And the bundle that she's using, I'm really jealous that she's using that because I haven't gotten to use it yet. I have it, and I was jealous when she said she was using it because I was like, "Help me use it!" So that'll be in a video in the future from me. I haven't used that one yet.
We're going to talk about my experience with this collection in a video.
Myself. Yeah, I purchased that when it came out myself, so I still haven't used it. But anyways, this just gives you options for like you see $100 version and you see like another version that would be, you know, less expensive. So, but very useful and very easy on, you know, to use with anything. So that's my little spiel to start with.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't think it's really in my crafty budget this week to spend any money, but that's okay. Maybe.
Well, everybody's different.
Maybe it isn't.
You know, some of us go crazy. Hence, you know, why I have that one that you're using that I had to have the day it released. Because I'm one of those crazy spenders, but I have lots of friends that are on more tighter budget, and I appreciate that as well.
That's me.
But I know our friends that watch us want to support us.
Right.
You know? And every little support, even if it's a click, a like, a thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up, that's support. It doesn't all come down to sales.
That's so
what
true.
I want to express. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I just hear y'all are already pressing and everything, and I'm sitting here rambling away. But
I just pressed out one thing, so no worries.
What?
I only pressed out one thing, so no worries.
Yeah, well, I just think it's important for people to know it's not all about money, you know, but it's
about
our family and our friendship and our community and all of that.
We love the babes.
Love you guys.
Melanie, can you believe it'll be 2 years on Labor Day in September?
Oh my gosh.
2 years.
That is so awesome. I can't believe it's 17.
I know. It's just crazy.
I'm going to do I'm going to do all my pressing first.
Yeah, I'm going to do my pressing too. I have a 5x7 piece of paper, and I put my apple blossom or blossoming apple, I guess, on there first. I plan to stencil and die cut it out. But since I had my press out with this paper, I have some white space down here, and I'll press out my sentiments, and this set comes with coordinating dies. Oh, so fun. I love when there's bubble letter cutouts of sentiments. It's the best. Like this "You Are So Sweet" is going to be bubble cutout.
Yep.
And I'm all about it.
I'm using Altenew Obsidian Pigment ink, which is not typical ink.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we're going with for this technique.
Friendly reminder, can you press with any paper and any ink, Melanie?
Yes, ma'am.
You sure can.
You might get a different result. But yes, ma'am.
Yep. Can press. Can use it like a stamp tool, or you can take these plates and glimmer them.
Absolutely. So many options, and we try to show you as many as we can come up with.
Right.
This pigment is very crisp, like when you're stamping sentiments, which you'll see when we stamp the details and stuff. I've actually already stamped the sentiment, but you'll see it when we stamp this out, how crisp this is. But anytime you're doing sentiments, it's really good ink. The only thing is it is a pigment ink, so it is very sticky and slippery. So what type of coloring and stuff are you doing tonight?
I'm going to do some stenciling. So I'll put on the camera here as I get my LDRS cleaning product on there. LDRS Creative Extreme Clean on there. But this, I'll give a little preview. I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but I tried making a video with that card. And I've made like, I don't know, 800 videos on YouTube. Is it 8? I feel like it's 800. I don't know. I just hit 10,000, which I was really surprised about. Anyway, I've made a lot of videos, and for whatever reason, YouTube they're marking it as unplayable. I use the same music that I always use in my intro. I don't know. There was like some weird error. So that video was just not meant to be. I've just decided that. So that's okay. But I tried a Z Fold, and it was my first Z Fold card ever. And I had some issues with my measuring because I'm not super precise. I always call myself like an impulsive crafter. I just chop and chop and chop. And then all of a sudden it's like, things are too small now. So, that video was just not meant to be, which is fine. No problem. But I will show you the card because I do think it's really pretty. Even though the video was kind of a flop. But that's okay.
Yes. Alexis is pulling out her BetterPress right now.
Oh, perfect. Hello to everyone who just joined. I'm just glancing. I see Betsy's here, Marianne, Mindy, Debbie, Hawaiian Brat. I love that. And then Sorum. Hello. Okay, here's a look at the Z Fold. So cool. I loved it. I wish I put more white space here, but I really do like this apple dye. I think it's really cute. So there's a little look at that. And then I did use some lunar paste on the centers of the flowers, which I do plan on using tonight. So there's that. Okay, let's get the stamp wheel out and get the show on the road.
I just going to heat emboss this. I just covered it in clear embossing powder. That's what's giving it our glimmery shimmer.
Shalene says, I'm taking a break. Been die cutting all day. Wow. That's amazing.
What have you been die cutting?
I bet something lovely.
Is this too loud?
Nope. It just sounds like a very low hum.
That's what I like about these tools. Not obnoxious and you can talk.
Okay, so this blossoming apple set is a press plate, which you can foil. There's a stencil and there's a die. So we're going to use the press plate, the stencil, and the die all in one. And the stencils are kind of divided with a little squiggly going down. So we're going to position it and then we'll move it to the other side. I've obviously done this before because I have this card done. But if you get this and you have no idea what to do, you have to just look at the packaging because Altenew, once again, does really good with their packaging. Does really good. Does well. But they tell you exactly what to do. And if you have the Altenew inks, they even tell you what color to use. So really could not get better. All right. Now to find all my inks. Just see as we go. Ooh, she says homework for the Spellbinders Weekender. That sounds awesome.
See how shiny?
Oh, yeah.
I love it. And you can still feel all the indention from the BetterPress through it.
That's amazing. I saw your reel and I was so excited. I had to share it. I shared it to the Maker group.
I sprayed the LDRS new spray cleaner on this before I did that.
Ooh.
Yeah. And this is pigment ink, remember?
I forgot to get that out and ready. It came in the mail and my husband said, should I put the little spray nozzle in this? And I said, no, I need to be good and I need to use what I have open first.
Mine was out. I was out. I was right here.
Oh, yeah. Funny. I might not have as much willpower in a bit. Okay, I'm going to do Later Gator. This is just dye ink from Simon Hurley. And then, these little blending brushes, I really like them. I had them for, I don't know, maybe a year now, and I was
so good.
hoarding them. They're so good. I mean, I do have other brushes too, but I do like these little ones. I like them better than the ones that are this shape. I feel like I have more control over this, and I feel like I'm not wasting as much ink.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially for stencils. For backgrounds and things, I think I would use a bigger brush, but I do like these little blending brushes. They're super fun. Ooh, severe thunderstorms. Yikes. That was me yesterday. We had severe thunderstorms and then tornadoes, and then the school that's right by my house had no power all day.
Oh no.
Yeah. So at least the kids were home before that all started. I had power at our school today. Tropical Tango's next. This is just like a dark teal. Kind of fun. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit. Sometimes I'm a little too heavy-handed with the ink. Okay, and then this stencil I just have to move and reposition for the next set of leaves. Like so. I feel like stencils are becoming super popular. I see them all over.
Yeah.
I like them a lot. They're so easy to use. Well, I do think having a grip mat helps a lot.
I can't do stenciling without a grip mat.
Okay, so I'm going to have a video up on Sunday where it's called, tomorrow, Crafting Through Your Mistakes. And I did not use a grid mat in that video. I think that's one of my more interesting videos, not to be weird or anything, but there's a lot of things that happen that the card turns completely 180. So I kept making mistakes. I was just in such a weird headspace when I was working on it, and then I end up loving it. It turns out really cool, but the process was just, ugh.
Welcome, Diana.
I think I'm going to add more dark green on this one, just so it kind of sticks out a little bit more. Hey, Diana.
The whole piece of cardstock. Trying to cut corners and save BetterPress paper.
Uh-oh.
On me.
Naughty, naughty.
I know, right?
Heaven forbid you save one little scrap and then boom.
Right. My precious BetterPress paper.
I know. It's...
Okay. What do we all say? It's just paper.
Yes. So true. Just paper.
Even though it's precious BetterPress paper, it's still just.
Yes, indeed. Okay, now I don't remember all of the inks that I used from my apple. I really like the shine that I got on it, so we're going to hope for the best. I think I did a light pink first and then red. We'll try that. This one's piggyback. Just a light pink. And I have exactly 4 of these little stubby Altenew brushes. And I've declared that they're going to be my dark and light pink and my dark and light green. Because if I'm doing some kind of flower stencil, these are the colors I want. So that's what I do. I know it's kind of controversial. A lot of people have strong feelings about washing brushes. Or not washing brushes. I don't.
I'm a not girl. I'm a not girl.
I'm a not girl as well. Unless my yellow one touches my black or brown and then it gets dirty, then I will. Otherwise, no.
I
I don't
don't
have
even
time.
I don't
I don't have
even
time
wash
for that.
it in. I just rub it off on the microfiber cloth until there's no ink on it.
Yep.
Because I'm scared the bristles are going to get all nasty if you wash
Mm-hmm.
them.
Yeah. So I did see a really fun little life hack for stencil drying. I don't know who posted it. It was just one of those things that flopped on my Instagram feed, and then, you doom scroll and you go to the next thing. But it was using those baby bottle drying racks that look like grass, and they're putting the stencils in there for drying them. I thought that was
FYI, you can get them at any Goodwill because
I
everybody
know they're all
gets them,
over.
donates them all because they only need them for like 2 minutes in their baby's lives.
Yeah. So guess where I'm heading? Actually, I'll probably
My
go there.
husband would appreciate that considering they're usually all over the kitchen sink.
Oh, always.
He asked me tonight on his way out to bowling. He asked me, he was like, "Why are this stack of stencils sitting here?" And I'm like, "Well, because they haven't been cleaned yet." And he was like, "Oh, it's like."
Mine will ask me, he'll say, "Are these dry?"
And then the other night he said, "What is this big plastic thing laying here?" And it's my ultimate sticky mat.
Oh, that must have felt weird feeling that without knowing.
Over the pot,
Oh, funny.
Well, that's what you get when the craft room doesn't have a sink and you're right next to the kitchen,
That's true. I'm right next to my kitchen as well. Okay, now I feel spoiled.
You guys are working on your weekender homework.
I'm gonna grab a little white one.
What do y'all think of the new die sets that are in the weekender?
Let us know in the comments or in the chat. Or if you're watching this after we've gone live, I know some people watch the replay. Hello, and we see ya. Say hi in the comments if you're watching later. We'll pop back and see them. I just got red on my flower. Oh no. Oh well. Well, I'll cover it up with pink.
There you go. Make it pink. There you go. Make it pink. Were you going to do it pink or were you going to do them yellow?
They were going to be pink.
They're going to be pink.
Not that red pink.
You'll blend it out.
I'll have to take my own advice and roll with it.
Oh, the lemons she likes the lemons and the cruise ship. Awesome. I haven't gotten mine yet.
Oh, I love the lemons. I'm a lemon girl to the core.
Yeah, we've seen pictures. Yeah.
I love the lemon. I have some of it.
Do you have some of it? Yeah.
I do.
I don't think
maybe if we finish early, I'll pop them over. But they're on the Spellbinders website in the coming soon section. Yeah, I won't be at the weekender on the chat or anything this time, but that's okay.
I'm gonna be at the Nashville Craft Retreat.
Woohoo!
Weekender, so I have to miss it.
That's so fun. Doing your own weekender.
Doing my own weekender. That's right. There went a die onto the floor. Off it.
That's like a crafty challenge is using something from your floor. Just saying. That's a thing.
That's a thing now? Okay.
It's a thing. And guess what? I would have nothing because the internet guy came yesterday and I had to take everything off my floor. And
that's not possible in my craft room.
Thoroughly cleaned and vacuumed for the first time in probably a long time. We'll just put it that way.
I did a lot of cleaning in my craft room yesterday, though. It's actually better than normal. So,
going with the small brushes. I feel like I'm just reaching for these more often with these little stencils.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a better look.
I'm bringing you over to the dark side.
The inky side. And of course, vintage photo. What else? I love this brown. This was the first ink that I ever bought. Was a vintage photo distress ink. And I love it. My second one was Lawn Fawn. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is the next apple. Okay, so for the core of this apple, when I was doing my first card with this, I used my big brown brush and I just used whatever was left on there. Although I did just dip this into the brown ink. So we'll just kind of wipe it off a little. And we'll see what it's looking like. Oh, good. So it's just a little off white. I don't want it to look rotten or anything, but just a little bit of color. The prom queen. I feel like I have it kind of wonky sitting today, so bear with me.
So I did watch Simon's new video on his new inks and his new blender brushes.
I didn't get a chance to watch the video yet, but I did see the promo come through last night on his follower chat, because I do follow him.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. I like the look of the new blender brushes. They're kind of shaped like Tim Holtz's blender brushes, but they have the Altenew type of bristles. But they have the tall handles. Like, I don't know if I have one here. You guys know what I'm talking about, though.
The spell, yeah. Like
they have the tall, like this kind of handle. No, like this here. They have this kind of handle, but they have this kind of bristle.
Oh,
so they're very interesting. Yeah. I need Simon's new brushes. Yeah, I haven't checked to see what the price point is like on them, but I love the flat bristle like this. So it's going to be very interesting to see, what his price point is.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this kind of bristle, it being flat and it being a bristle, really makes a difference.
Yeah. So, but like even the difference between the Altenew, this is the Altenew mini brush. See how the bristles are short? And then this was just an off-brand one. And they're longer, and I like the shorter ones.
Shorter, okay, that's good to know.
More control, because when you're doing, I'm just gonna sacrifice my arm here, but when you're stenciling, you can see how they kind of move down, and they kind of like wiggle
like that.
And then this, it just kind of glides because they're short and stiff, and these are longer and they move.
Okay, so that's a good thing to look for. Okay, because I didn't know that. I've not used the cheaper version of the flat. I've only had the angled ones, and I have those here for the angled ones.
Well, I have all the angled ones. I have are small.
Yeah.
They're pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
But that I haven't used them.
Those I've struggled with for some reason. I've struggled with them.
I've just not been brave enough to pull them out because I want everything to stay nice and pretty, but you can't do that.
Okay, let's see. Hawaiian Brat said $11.99 for one, or a set of 12 for $119. Oh, yikes.
Well,
okay. So they're running in line for about similar to. I think. Well, I don't know how much these ones here, because it's about this size. It's about this size. The Ranger one is about this size. I bought, and I don't know. You can get 4 of these in a pack. But I think
that was the 4-pack I got.
To get 4 for $20-ish, and then they go on sale half price a lot of times, and that's when I grab them.
But I got them when I was buying like my metallic watercolor last summer. I bought them when I was buying that. And when you gotta get to a certain point for shipping or whatever, then you start adding in things that you can use over and over, like a brush you can use over and over.
Yes, for sure.
So that's what I usually go to if I'm looking to order, and I think, okay, well, what's gonna make this worth my money?
This is how I store mine. I have them in my drawer right next to me, and then I have them upright so I can see the colors.
Okay, I'm obsessed with these thingies. I got a few of them from scrapbook.com, but they sell them like, I don't know, they sell them in quilt shops too. I do quilt shop hopping with my mom a lot. I love hanging out with her, but I'm not a quilter. But I like shop hopping with my mom. It's super fun. Okay, I'm going to add the lunar paste on this now, and then it can sit and dry, and then we'll get to the sentiments and do all that other stuff, and by then it'll be dry. At least I hope.
This is Wisteria. I am sporting the alternate. These are my faves. If anyone wants me knows. Altenew didn't have to ask me to use them. I invested my own money into them.
So true. Mm-hmm. Now, the lunar relief pastes from Altenew are fantastic. I don't have a gold, though, so I am using a lunar paste. This is called Slippery When Wet.
You actually didn't get gold? Really?
No. When they came out, I don't think gold was an option.
Oh,
am I wrong?
Like brass, I think.
Yes, they had brass, but I did not get brass. I got the silver.
Got like the blue and
the blue, the purple.
Yeah. Mint tape, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I only use it really for stencils, for masking. Yep, that's what I use.
I just used it actually on a card for making a background.
That was 1A. These stencils are broken up into multiple stencils per stencil. So that was 1A. This is 1B.
I'm just going to use a little bit. I don't want it to be too tacky because it will not dry on us here tonight. Ta-da!
Oh, that's
love,
awesome.
love, love. Then I am going to baby wipe this stencil since I don't want it to stick on there forever. And yeah, I use my finger because why not? I don't mind getting messy.
It's half the fun.
So true.
I don't know if people in my videos appreciate that though.
I know some people get very shocked.
My hands are like, and I'm like, Melanie, you really should go wash your hands. And I'm like, I hope they're not like giving me a down thumb because my hands are a little dirty right now.
Well, I feel like when you craft, it's kind of part of the gig of getting.
People probably do, but I'm like
inky
during this crafting though. I'm like, do y'all get really upset when your hands get dirty during crafting? Please don't. It happened during the making of this video.
Fun. I like the.
I'm gonna goofy tonight, guys.
It's okay. I'm gonna just survive the week. I was gleaming onto the hope of this right now all week long because we're nearing the end of the school year and
oh, that's so pretty.
Thanks. I love it. Thank you.
I was wondering, I guess with the pits you probably couldn't, but I was wondering if you could turn them into peaches. But Ragged
Deanna 6 Misty says, "What blue tape are you using, please?"
The mint tape from scrapbook.com. It's really, really light. Mask. It does. I don't recommend for die cutting because it doesn't stick very long.
Right.
It's perfect for masking because it doesn't stick on your paper. It's not going to pull up your ink. Like everything has a purpose.
What a great life lesson, dear.
Yeah.
You're awesome to the core.
I love that.
You are so sweet. You are awesome to the core.
No, I'm not crafting fast enough.
I don't want paste dry. There's no rush.
I'm taking my time.
We can hang out.
I've been looking for this week too. Everybody seems to be turning these crafty like series and stuff, everything into these game shows and everything. It seems like that's like all the rage right now. Turning these series in. What are y'all's thoughts on that? For
like games? What do you mean?
Well, like, we are a 1 a month series. 1 time a month series. That's what our series is. BetterPress 1 time a month.
Yeah.
But it's like all of these other series, like tonight is Friday nights is
Craft Roulette.
Craft Roulette. Yeah.
Which I love.
Yes. And I think there's other channels that do other types of series, that are all kind of like game shows and
but Craft Roulette was the first.
It was the first type of thing. There's other, like they have different things about them.
Right.
I didn't know what people thought about stuff like that.
We love Stamp Wars too with our.
That's true.
Foils, yeah. Our foil snob friends. Oh no! I'm getting a lunar paste on my sentiments.
Ooh.
Okay, well, guess what? We're not going to use that one. Craft through your mistakes, people. Oh, yay. Okay, I'm going to set this off to the side so it doesn't get more issues. And then we have a sentiment. Okay. Now, I didn't pick a background yet because I figured the babes could help.
Oh, that's
pick a background. I have some ideas. Option 1. Whoa, why is that sliding? There's a ghost in my craft room. Option 1. Option 2 and 3, we can ink blend because I don't have time for lunar paste or glimmer relief paste to dry.
Ooh.
At this point. Pulling all my Altenew goodies out. And this is for this one. I was a naughty crafter and didn't put my things back in the packaging. You know why? Because these have to get washed in the sink and then they get popped back in my craft room from my sweet Andrew. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here's the other one. Luminous diamond rings. Doesn't that sound lovely? Which one's more apple, though? I don't know. Or should we go back to the wood grain? I can do that, too. Option 2. Was that this one? Okay, just for numbers' sake, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Lay your apple up there.
Polly O says no wood grain.
No
wood grain. All right, just for you. If you didn't know, Polly O is my mom.
Oh.
Mom says no wood grain in honors of May for Mother's Day month. No wood grain. Okay, now I say 3. Okay, Mom says 3. Floral Serenade. I love this one. You really don't have to twist my arm to use that one. Press plate seems to fit better. Okay, well.
Maybe the other ones are just...
Now she says, do what you want.
You go, Mom. I think Mom is on to something.
I love you, Mama.
Mama, I loved your Mother's Day cards. Oh, my goodness. She went out of the ballpark with that one.
Thank you. I had to go nice. I had to do a good job for my mom.
It was so good. I don't know how those dark purples fell into the flowers like that.
Heat embossing, my friend.
It was just so stunning.
I love those watercolors from BB Cameron. How fun would this be with those watercolors?
Oh.
Get right out of here.
Oh.
Let's see, we're at 47 minutes. I might just press one out on watercolor paper since it's going to be dirty. It's going to get inky anyway.
What colors would you use?
I don't know. I have the whole rainbow and then some, so we can do whatever we want.
Where do you pick those up at?
I got sent them by BB Cameron, and then she...
Lucky girl.
I don't remember the website. I do have a link for it, so I will grab those if you...
I'll go look at them because I need to become friends with BB. BB Cameron, are you out there?
Yeah, you need them because they're... I'm not usually a craft enabler and saying like you need them, but they are the best watercolors and they're so fun to use. You just have to be patient, which I'm not the most patient crafter, as we've talked about already, but
you have like brought watercolors into my world, though. I try to watercolor more and more because of you.
Aw, you're so sweet. Maybe I'll bring the BB Cameron watercolors to Ohio when we go and visit, or Kansas, or not Kansas, Kentucky. I don't know what to call it because for like a year I wanted to call it Kentucky, and then
that's where
all of our hotels are in Ohio.
How do we end up in
Cincinnati?
Ohio?
I don't know. I think it's just like the major city.
Why are we not sleeping near the...
Yes, Mom, it's Ohio because we're in Kansas City. I am all over the country. Cincinnati.
The places we're going are in.
Where are you? Oh, ay. Okay, I'm gonna grab some watercolor paper too, just for fun. We're having fun tonight.
We are having fun.
I might press it out more than once if I have the too much gene.
I love your too much gene.
You know what I always say is if you're too much for someone else, they can go find less with someone else. Wow, I butchered that. But if you're too much, they can find less somewhere else.
That's right. You're not too much for me, honey.
You either.
You're just right.
Okay, where's the BetterPress black ink? And I'm just using this red cardstock. This was an older color from Spellbinders. We can grab the name of it in a minute if I remember. I think it'll look super pretty with the red apple.
Guys. My favorite two colors.
Ta-da.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is going to be a dramatic background.
I would never have thought that. When you pulled that out, I never would have thought that, but that is so amazing. If I could just jump into your brain for the day.
You'd need a nap after because your brain is a little bit
crazy. That's okay. All right. So here's our card base before butterfly.
Oh, Melanie, that's looking so beautiful.
Hydrangea, ultraviolet, firefly, and grass field.
Wow.
Now we are jumping course and gonna make a monarch. But there's our card base to start with.
Well done.
This, if you're wondering, is this is Melanie learning here. Hold on.
As we do.
Yes, we all do. This is a hold on.
I'm going to do one more because I have the too much gene.
No. I was wrong. The other card was a split complimentary. And this one...
Look at you go with your color wheel.
I'm trying. I'm learning.
I'm very impressed. Someone might say I'm better impressed.
You're better impressed. I love it.
Oh, we love a bad joke.
So in this one here is going to be triad. I believe.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll see if it's gonna look right or not. This is inspired by.
This is bringing me back to all my art classes. Fun fact about me.
Thank you, Mindy. Thank you, Diana.
Aw.
Y'all are the best.
When I was in high school, I wanted to be an art teacher, and my parents, they're fabulous. Let's just be straight out off the gate with that. I don't know if my mom's still on here, but Mom, you're the best. But I wasn't the best at math. I am pretty good at math now. I will say I had to apply myself a bit more, but I found out that in Minnesota, you can graduate from high school with 3 math credits. And I said, perfect. So my senior year, I took as many art classes as I possibly could. And I took AP art, and then in college I took art classes, and yeah, that was bringing me back with your color wheel.
Okay.
Don't worry though, I do like math.
I'm gonna go to the now. I'm gonna fill all these little tiny ones in.
This is exactly how I craft though. I'm on like one train and then I divert, and now I'm doing watercolors because this has to dry. So we're doing all these things. This is kind of how it goes.
Woohoo! Toot toot!
I think these are dry. Yes. Okay, well, it's time to die cut. That was the kindergarten voice coming out. It's time to go potty.
Don't say that word.
That red is cute though with this red. It's really dramatic. I don't know if it fits the vibe, but we're going to go with it. The apple is a bit springy and like cheerful, and my background is a little bit more broody. We're gonna go with it.
When I washed this stencil, I was a little too rough with it, and I think I lost a piece of it right there.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't, because it's not there either. I'm not sure. But it's not going to matter because I'm going over black. So maybe that's the way it was meant.
Was my die cutting machine loud right there?
Not too bad.
Okay, good to know. She's a new gal for my craft room. Haven't used her on a live yet.
Was that Miss Anna?
Yes. I don't know if I can call my die cutting machine the Anna though, because that was one of my most favorite cats growing up. Was Anna.
Aww.
This is cute.
Okay, now I'm looking. That is cute. Aww, you're so.
I think I'm gonna end up chopping off some things that are hanging off the edge, which will be great. Pop it up.
I'm trying to remember now what order these colors go in. I'm looking for my little color guide. Who's the color guide that's on the book for my Monarch? But I think we're going to just go rogue because I don't see it.
Oh, what does your heart tell you?
Well, I just wanted to let them know that they are on they are on here.
Do you have your example from that you showed this morning?
Yeah, see? But I wanted
that might help.
This is what I was looking for. I wanted them to use the colors actually on here for the Monarch.
Isn't Ultinew packaging so good?
Yes. So that was blush that I just used. I've never actually followed their colors, but I did, and I was pleasantly surprised.
I haven't either because I don't have their colors. Although if you have the Ultinew inks, I think it would make it extremely flawless if you wanted to follow that.
Well, and I think a lot of people probably do follow it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never have. But you don't have to use the Altenew inks, but just
Right.
you could choose colors in your stash that are those colors.
Yeah.
And get this, so I didn't want them to think that, oh, I got to write all those colors down because they're on the packaging.
Right. And like, you don't need,
yeah, you don't
need 50 reds.
That's
You
right.
can get one or two.
You just go with what's right there. What did I just do?
I mean, if you want 50 reds, you go for it. I'm not going to stop you. There's no judgment of how many inks you have.
Yeah, thanks for not judging me.
Never. Okay, I'm going to do a black border because that's the look we're going here.
What did I do there? That looks like it moved on me.
And my black paper's from Pajama Crafter Stamps. It's great paper for foiling, hot foiling with your press plates. Just saying.
Yes.
Oh, I love this press plate, this Floral Serenade. I know I used it last month on BetterPress Babes Night Out on your channel, but it's one that I just want to keep using over and over.
That background?
Yes, it's so pretty. Okay. Where do I want my sentiment? That's always the question. So back to what you were saying about like card making, like more gamey shows.
Yeah, I was
also Stamp Wars.
Thought about those different ones. How that is becoming the trend. I was just, it seems like a trend going on right now. There was Stamp Wars, and I've noticed there's been a few others. There was Stamp Wars, and then there was, there's the Craft Roulette, and then I know LV Handcrafted has come out with one now that kind of swaps around. I think Jana was talking about. It just seems like I told Randy that he loves the game Yahtzee.
Ooh.
And it would be cool to come up with something. But I just was wondering what is the consensus? Is that something that's just super fun?
I think it's fun. It's interactive, so I like that.
That's what makes it, is the interaction. I was just curious what people's thoughts were about it. It's nice when you have people live, you can get their input and,
Yeah. I mean, I'll just talk about the two that I'm familiar with, which is Stamp Wars from the Foiling Snobs, which I love.
You participated in that, and you're about to participate in Craft Roulette.
Yeah, and I love Foil Snobs. Like, I like the people, and the community is wonderful. And I've gotten to know a lot of people on the Foiling Snobs club. And so it just feels like really fun, and it's more of like a surprise in a different way than Craft Roulette, because Craft Roulette, you spin the wheel, but Foil Snobs, whoever's hosting doesn't tell the people even what company that they're going to use, and then they don't know the products either. So it's really fun and surprising when you're on it as a guest, similar to Craft Roulette, where you spin the wheel and you don't know what you're going to work with from your own stash. So I think they both are just kind of different in their own way, but it's fun to kind of have a little mystery to it.
Yeah. I've always liked a challenge. I like that's why I introduced the challenge on my channel or my Facebook page. I've always done well with it.
I still need to do your challenge, but it's the 16th, so I have time. What day is the last day for your challenge?
Last day of the month.
Okay.
And I have card coming. I don't know if I have it here that actually shows the challenge. I don't know if I have it or not, but I did make one recently.
Awesome.
Yellow. But yeah, the game show idea is just very intriguing to me. the whole idea of getting community involved. I like an involvement of some sort, and that just intrigued me. What everybody.
I wanted to use the leaf, but I don't think I'm going to use it now. I think we're going to go with some twine. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. One more. And then we have the body.
I'm just going to wrap this twine around and give a little landing spot for my sentiment. This is like Gothic spring.
Because the background's darker? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like the brooding red and the black.
Gothic spring. That's funny.
Gothic spring. I love black though.
This is pure graphite, and so it's not quite black. You can do it lighter with these. If you tap off, you can go lighter than the dark of the graphite. So you kind of have options here with the body, how dark you want it.
That's good to know.
And they give you 2 areas of the body to do, so you can actually change the colors of the body if you want to, but I'm going to use both the same.
Jana said, crafty fun with friends is so fun. I've been a participant and viewer. She has done, sorry, the heart is right over it, done it for 2.5 years now.
Oh, really? I didn't know they did it that long.
Crafterlets had 5 years on their...
Oh, okay.
5 years, yeah. I feel like I just messed up my twine, but it's fine. The sentiment's going to go over it.
I don't know if I want it dark body or have it light like that. I think I want it darker.
Yes, Jana says she equals Lynn.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Lynn is a wonderful, she's really innovative with her crafting.
She is.
And she was the design team manager for a design team that I was just on that just ended. So she's really nice.
She's manager of one of my design teams before too. I've worked with her. She's been very helpful in many ways in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Super knowledgeable. I'm going to add liquid glue to this because I feel like I'm going to need to get some extra stick down if this is going over twine, just in case. Sharon says, you and my sister would have gotten along so well. She did her bedroom black and white. Oh, fun. Going back to how my parents are just like super fun, and my mom especially is like all about my creativity. She let me paint my bedroom crazy colors when I was a teenager.
I had hard rock posters all over my wall as a teenager.
Oh.
Crazy. I couldn't believe my parents let me do that. But
okay, that's why my twine got dislodged from the tape. Like, why is my twine looking weird? Probably shouldn't have used tape in the first place. We'll use liquid glue. I'm not really afraid to rip into a project like this either.
No, I do it all the time. If you let's see.
If you gotta do it, you gotta do it. So if you're just joining us late, I just want to mention we have a little promo going with Altenew. The details are listed down below, but it runs through today, tomorrow, and Sunday until midnight Eastern time. And it is $10 off your order of $99 of press plate or the foiling, the hot foiling from Altenew. So if that's something that interests you, check it out. And if that's not something that interests you, just hit the like button and subscribe to Melanie and I, and that's another way to support us.
That does include bundles this time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I think that's awesome. You can still get like a bundle that has a press plate or a foil plate in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you still get like the stencil and the die and this, like what we're working with tonight. Because like the bundle I'm working with actually has the embossing folder in it that coordinates.
Right.
You know, so you can do all types of things, not just one type. I like versatility, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad I did not do the wood grain background on this one because this is definitely a completely different take with the same press plate, changing up the background.
Yeah, you'll have to show the two next to each other and see the difference. That's what I'm kind of going to do here when we're done here, is show the two next to each other. Same
That's
type
a great plan.
Card, but different color schemes and different.
Yeah. But speaking of Craft Roulette, I am excited to go back and watch the replay of Craft Roulette from tonight because on Craft Roulette tonight is Brennan, and he was on the Pajama Crafter Stamps design team with me. So I feel like I got to support, you know?
Absolutely.
He is an amazing, very young crafter. I think he's 17.
Now, oh, is he? That
yeah,
young?
He's a minor. I know that.
The next Simon, huh?
Maybe he grew. Maybe he grew up. Maybe he's a little older now, but he was young when he was on the team. There's a look at both of them together.
Oh, wow.
Totally different look.
Yes, because you don't have the stem. It's a totally different direction. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what is the date you're going to be on Craft Roulette?
It is in June. It's the Saturday after our big trip. Let's see. It is June 28th.
Okay.
And it is scheduled on the Craft Roulette website right now. So if you want, you can go to the Craft Roulette website and then find my face and then hit notify. So when we are live, YouTube will tell you.
Okay.
Let's do some watercolor backgrounds because I'm getting excited for watercoloring.
Oh, let's look at this pop of color, guys.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I feel like I just sounded like Jennifer Coolidge. That's gorgeous. Oh, dear.
Oh,
all right, I'm going to quick grab the link for BB's watercolors just so it's there.
Look at it, too.
I always like to support a woman who is in business. So that's BB in this situation. And there you have it. Boom. Link to shop BB's Intense Liquid Watercolors. And that is an affiliate link, so there's that.
Did they come from the UK or do they come from Amazon or what?
They come from a website. Let's grab the name of it so I can remember.
Yes, I remember looking at it, but
Contract Crafts.
Okay.
Okay, so there's different options. There's the Retro Brights, Bohemian Regals, and Sparkle Base, which is super sparkly. And then there's also one that is called Tuscany Earth Pack. I don't have that one, but so there's 4 different packs. I have mine kind of mixed up together. So we'll do one that is cool tone and we'll do a warm tone since we're sticking with the color palette theme of the night. I use these little stack trays from Spellbinders. I've also just taken old cardboard boxes when I'm making like a ton of them and just set them out in my craft room or even on the grass if it's not a windy day, and sprayed them and made a mess in my yard.
Have you?
Yeah. So that's an option. You might get a little ant or a ladybug up in your project, but you know, it's all part of the art. No ladybugs were harmed in my art though. I'm going to spritz the tray and I'm going to spritz the front and back of this. This is watercolor paper from ldrscreative.com. And then we'll get inky. I'm going to do 2 spritz on each side. And I sprayed the tray so it wouldn't arch up the paper. Okay, I'm loving this one that's called Blue. And I just tried Violet. I liked the Violet. And then I like the one that's called... Oh, am I like really running out of that one already? Okay, whatever. We'll just do green. Blue, green, violet. Really simple. Wait a minute. That's going to blend weird. We're going to do yellow.
Welcome to everyone coming in.
Aw. Hello. And Sharon. Okay, and then you just take the lid off. Wait, make sure I've used this one already. Ooh. Oh my. Well. Okay. Don't take the lid off over your project like I just did.
Oh, we got a head start.
Yeah, I wanted yellow in the middle anyway because yellow is going to blend with my blue and make it green. But basically there's these little droppers and you just drop the watercolor on like so.
Hi, Amy. Welcome. Thanks.
Hello, Amy.
In. Thank you.
Make sure I have them open. And then just do some blues. And the blue and the yellow will blend and make a green. So basically you just let the watercolor do its thing. You drop them on. You can...
Hi, Faye. Is that how you say your name? Am I pronouncing that right, Faye?
I think it's Faye, yeah. Hi, Faye. Faye was on Facebook this week. I remember seeing her name a lot on Facebook. So yeah, thank you for the support.
I'm gonna make sure I say saying her name right.
Mm-hmm. I know, it's like Jana. When I first saw Jana, because in Minnesota, a lot of people say Jana for Jana, spelled the same way. So I wanted to make sure I was saying it correctly. Because I've been Christine, Justine, Jessica a lot in my life. I'm Justine. Anyway, these are the 3 colors I used. I'm just going to let this sit. And the hardest part about doing these watercolors is to not touch them. So the good thing about using it
at all. You're not going to touch it or anything?
I might spritz it maybe one more time with water.
Okay.
Let's do that. But again, you kind of have to be in the mood to make a mess because you might get things everywhere. So I'm just going to use this box to shade my apple card. See, because if you use a lot of water...
So they really spread out a lot on their own.
Well, the water helps, yeah. Okay. But I'm just going to let this sit. And some spots might be white. Some spots might be really saturated. It just kind of depends. But the benefit of using something like this and not just using a watercolor palette is you just drop it on and you don't have to let the water mix with any kind of product. So I love it. I'm just going to set this off to the side for now. And let's try the the warm tone one.
Amy says, I cannot let it sit.
Okay, Amy, pro tip for not having self-control with watercolors is to use these trays and then physically put them in another room.
Look at your fingers. We were just talking about messy fingers.
We're going to get messy. I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to spray the tray, spray the watercolor paper, and then I will post a little update on these tomorrow. Right now, they're super wet, so they're not going to be dry tonight. But tomorrow, I'm super busy. I'm planning 2 parties, actually. One of them is special, and one of them is with a youth group. So it's going to be kind of a crazy weekend. But I will get these posted probably Sunday night at the latest. I'm going to put some of this on. This is just called red. And then I'll grab yellow. So I guess I'm using the brights.
It is a beautiful set. It's a 4-piece. Blossoming Bouquet is the die, or the collection I used for the background. And then I added the beautiful butterfly, which is a 3-piece collection. So yes, I agree. I really had fun. This one I alcohol colored the background, and this one I stenciled. The butterflies are both stenciled.
You can give them a little wiggle too, and then just leave them.
Yeah, I see why you use spray. That is such a smart move. Yeah.
And you put them there so you can see both of them. But yeah, they're really fun to use. I feel like this would be really fun to do even with like kids or someone who's new to crafting. My Too Much Jeans coming in now, and I'm pulling out this one, which is called Carnation, which is kind of a pinkier red. I like that one, but that will mix. So in honor of just letting them go off to the side, I'm going to physically move them away from me.
Hey, Kathy. Kathy is asking questions about the glue press.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. The glue press never leaks. It never leaks. And you can see here, yeah, you see here the way the tip of the glue press touches the little pink nozzle, or the pink little stopper here at the bottom. I never put my lid on my glue press. Now, that is probably why I get some stops. I mean, I do get some times where it stops up, and I just use a pin to unclog it. But I never put matter of fact, I've even lost my little thingy that goes on the end. But I never put my lid on it. Mine just sits in the stand all the time. I just use Nuvo in mine. I've never changed my glue back. Do you have Nuvo in yours, or do you have Barely Art?
So I have not had this for forever, but I have refilled it, and I did have Barely Art liquid glue, like a refill bottle. So I did refill it before I bought more glue. I was using the glue I had, and I think the press is really what makes the difference. I don't think that the inside, the glue, really matters if you're just asking my real opinion. But I do think not really. I mean, it all smells like Mod Podge to me, but whatever. This little silicone spot, but like honestly, the way that this is designed, I think it's engineered perfectly. I have had probably 2 issues with my nozzle. It's not more than 5, I know that. But I was just recently crafting at a friend's house, and another craft friend was there as well, and she's like, I know everyone talks about it, all the influencers online always talk about it, and is it actually worth it? You know, whatever. I do think it's actually worth it. If you can get your hands on it, that's another thing, because they're always sold out. I was on a wait list like 4 times before.
Every now and then I will clean the lid with warm water. If I feel like it's, because I've used mine for almost a year now, probably.
Oh, wow.
So every now and then I will, just like any glue, I'll clean the lid under warm water just to give it a fresh new start. But the only time I really have super bad is if it's almost empty. If I'm clogging, I'm squeezing, and it's struggling, then I'll have issues with it. But other than that, it's just like a little snot on the end, because I don't ever put the lid on it. So that's what I call it. It's like you got a booger on the end there, you know.
But Jana calls them glue worms.
yeah. So,
but it does have the needle in the cap too. So it's just like the Nuvo. I don't know. I just feel like the way it's engineered is really good. And
it's
when I'm working with it, I usually just throw it in. So I do have a little bit of glue buildup around here, but it's not hurting anything. I don't know.
So it washes right out. Mine has some too.
Yeah. But I am done gluing for the night. So I do put the cap on it when I'm finished for the night. But if I'm crafting on one of my days off, I will just let it be open all day. But I will put the tip down. And then when I'm not using it, I don't store it like this, because all that glue could dry. So I put my pink handle into here.
Smart.
And if it's down, then it doesn't dry out as much, even if the lid is on. If it's angled down, it's kind of helping. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
That's smart.
I don't know if I made that up or not. Like I said, I do watch a lot of Instagram and Facebook reels, so who knows?
Fun, guys. This has been a lot of fun.
It has. I love seeing everyone chat in the chat. It's nice. Yeah.
You are so welcome, Kathy. I think that's probably the one question I forgot to answer in your email. So
if there's any,
you brought it up tonight.
Me too.
Yeah.
If there's any questions though about better pressing or glimmering with the BetterPress plates, we can always help on the BetterPress Babes Facebook group. So you can always reach out, and either Melanie or I or one of the other babes on there can help answer questions.
Absolutely. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. One more time, we do have that code down in the description if you need to check that out. It's through Sunday night at midnight Eastern time. So that's a thing. And if
that is different from last time, so make sure you realize that.
Right.
It's Sunday night, but it is starting today. So,
right. Starting right now. So if you're interested in that, or if you're watching this on the replay and the offer is done and dusted, sorry that you missed out, but you can always support by just hitting the like button and subscribing to our channels.
Thank you, ladies.
So excited for next month. We're going to be over on Melanie's channel, so be sure to find in the description the link to Melanie's channel, and you can catch us next month over on her channel.
You hit that notification bell so you know when we're going live.
Yes. All right. Well, good night, crafty friends, and happy May. We're halfway through.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
All right. Good night.